Hey everyone, it's your girl Mia Styles. Today we're going to do the Get to Know Me tag. So on my other platforms, I asked you guys to submit some questions for me to answer tonight for this video. So before we get into the questions that you guys submitted, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody who wants to get to know a little bit more about me. So the first question tonight is from Retro. She said, did you have any doubt about becoming a successful business owner? I definitely had doubts about just going into business in general. I was 23 when I worked my last job, which was at a call center. I worked for State Farm Insurance. And at the time I had clients, but it was a side job. You know, I was maybe seeing like one person a day, and I knew that I wanted to go to cosmetology school. And so I just kind of took that leap. And well, to be honest, State Farm fired me. So there was that. Because I was just spreading myself too thin. I wasn't actually able to take in the information for that job. And yeah, I decided to go into business for myself and just focus on cosmetology school and build my clientele. But yeah, I was definitely nervous. I had my doubts. I had never worked for myself full-time before, so I just tried to set myself up the best way that I could, which at the time was for me to move back in with my mom. I just grinded it out, you know. So anybody who has any doubts about working for yourself, just go for it. It's been 7 years now since I've worked for anybody other than myself, and now I don't think I could work for anybody ever again. Next question is from Christina. What made you want to do hair? Well, so basically I didn't really want to do hair. I know that sounds crazy because I've always done hair since I was like 11. But it really wasn't something that I specifically wanted to go into business for. I've always been great at sales. I've been selling since I was maybe like 12 was when I first started selling. So it wasn't like I didn't know how to sell things. I decided to go into hair care because I just knew that there was a need out here. A lot of women were struggling with their hair here in Arizona. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I knew that women of color, we were able to grow long, healthy hair, but I really just didn't see a lot of women of color with long, healthy hair out here. So it did make me want to go into hair care and just kind of combat all that we struggle with out here in Arizona, which is nice now because most of my clients are rocking that long, healthy hair. So I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Next one is from Latera. What are some challenges that come with being a business owner and some ways to combat them? And Janae also asked a similar question, and she said, what is the hardest part about being a business owner? In the beginning, the hardest part for me was the inconsistency, because when you work for someone else, all you have to do is show up. You show up, you do your 40 hours, you get your check in 2 weeks. It's very easy peasy. There's no whatever to it, there's no confusion. But when you start working for yourself and you start to ride that wave, those lows can be very low at times. Those lows can be in the negative, and so that was probably the hardest part, learning how to deal with the inconsistency in the beginning. As my business became more consistent, the waves are still there, but they're just not as big as they were in the beginning. So I would just say, mentally prepare yourself for the wave, because if you are not prepared, it's a marathon, it's not a race. And so you got to know that it's going to come back around as long as you stick it through. So that was the hardest part for me. Charmaine asked, why don't you ever invite me to dinner? We could go to dinner. We could go to dinner whenever. You know what? Actually, I really want to do some sort of a cool little get together for my birthday. I haven't quite um, decided on what that's gonna be yet, but I do want to do something soon, so I will be sure to invite you, Charmaine. Ty said, did you go to North Canyon? If so, I did too. You look familiar. Also, you're beautiful. Thank you, Ty. Yes, girl. I did go to North Canyon. I'm not gonna say when, but yeah, I did. That was one of 3 high schools that I went to. I moved a lot as a kid, and I went to North Canyon my sophomore and my junior year. So that was me, girl. I looked a lot different. I will say that. You know, a little different. Okay, Martell said, how long have you been doing your thing? Well, I started taking clients that weren't like friends and family when I was about 20. The salon didn't open until I was 25, was when I opened the Mia Mo Style salon. So in total, it's been about 10 years since I started doing hair, but it's been 5 years in the salon as of April of this year. So 5 to 10 years. Janae asked, how do I balance my personal life and professional life? Janae, once I get a personal life, then I can let you know how I balance it. Honestly, y'all, I am like a straight up workaholic. I actually enjoy what I do. So my friends are typically asking me to come out. They're like, Mia, let's go, let's do something. I actually had to get to a point where now once a month, I give my friends one night out. I know that's crazy. Like, what do you mean you give your friends one night out? But honestly, like, I'm a workaholic, so I will just work, like straight up. So yeah, I always promise them at least one night out a month, and we try to just make the most of it. And sometimes we don't really do too much. We'll just sit around and play heads up and stuff like that. Like, we really enjoy heads up. Tony asked, where does my passion come from? And she said that I'm very passionate about many of the things that I do. Honestly, Tony, like, I just enjoy living life. Like, that's really where my passion comes from. I enjoy trying new things. I enjoy just going against the grain. I'm passionate about new experiences and not having to conform to society standards about what you should enjoy or what should be satisfying to your life. That's pretty much where my passion comes from. I just really enjoy just living life. So and also helping people is definitely a big part of that. I think that probably, when you're a helper, you're just used to helping people. I've been told by my therapist that a lot of that just comes from our lack of like self-love and self-worth. And so very passionate, especially in the beauty industry, and just helping women to love themselves and just feel beautiful. And I love that feeling that they get, or that smile that they get on their face after they're done with their services. And even if it's not doing hair, like my friends, I'm that friend that they come to for anything that they need help with. If they know that I can get it for them or I can help them, then they hit me up, and I don't mind that. But what I'm learning now is really just me learning how to be passionate about the things that I really love and enjoy, and just leaning more into that now. So that's why we started YouTube. So hopefully this can be just like another outlet for my creative expression, and you guys can really kind of get into the other things that I plan on doing with this channel. Next question. What is your favorite Netflix show? Okay, so Netflix just got like all of these Black Girl Magic shows, so I've been kind of binging them. I haven't watched Moesha, but I really didn't watch Moesha like that when I watched Moesha, but not like that. So lately it's been a lot of Sister Sister, Girlfriends, The Game. So when I'm winding down, that's where I'm at right now with all of that. Describe my first crush. My first crush. I don't even remember that man. Oh my goodness. Or that boy. I think my best friend was my first crush. Ugh. Only because like he's my best friend now, but long story short, I wrote him this letter. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm telling this story right now. I wrote him this letter. We were in 5th grade, and you know, like when you ride the bus to school or whatever. So I wrote him this letter. I gave it to him on the bus on the way to school, and I want to say one of his friends got a hold of the letter. Like before we even made it into first period, we were in, I think we were like 5th or 6th grade. They got a hold of the letter, and they were in the cafeteria beatboxing. Yeah, okay, so y'all remember that grinding beat that everybody used to do, that do 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 do. Yeah, so they were beatboxing the grinding beat and singing Mia likes. I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah, they did that. That was tragic. Definitely like a very embarrassing moment in my life for a long time. I haven't really had too many embarrassing moments that capped that one. So yeah, they remixed grinding to Mia likes your boy. Moving on. What theme parks have you been to? I am a theme park girl. I love theme parks. So I've been to Disneyland, I've been to Universal, Six Flags. I'm from Southern California. I'm a SoCal girl, so I've been to just about every theme park in Southern California except for Legoland. Legoland came out after I had already kind of grown up, but everything north of from SeaWorld up, I've been to in California. What's my favorite ice cream flavor? My favorite ice cream flavor right now is Snickerdoodle. It's the coconut ice cream because I don't do dairy. And the next question is, what was my dream job as a kid? Pretty much everything that my big sister was into. I was that kid. Like, I was obsessed with my big sister. Everything that she did, I wanted to do. So she went to school to be a vet. I was like, I'm gonna be a vet. She went to film school. I was like, I want to go to film school. But you know, I actually really enjoyed film school. That was and still is my dream job, which is to be able to like write and film television shows. I just love television shows. At one point I thought I wanted to direct music videos for a really long time. So when I was in all of these film classes growing up, I always would shoot music videos for my projects for the years. So I thought I was like a little mini Director X, little mini Hype Williams back in the day. Next question. What is your coffee order? I'm trying to cut back on coffee. I don't drink it as much as I used to, but when I'm at Starbucks, your girl gets a grande cafe vanilla frappuccino with cinnamon and caramel on top, extra caramel on top. I don't like it when it's all drizzled down the cup. I don't do all of that, but that's the winner. What is my favorite sports team? I'm not really big on sports like that. My favorite sports team is the Jamaican track team. I was a track runner, so if we gotta really go with teams, I'm gonna say Jamaica for track and field, because you know we be moving, and yeah, that's my favorite team. My last question is, have I moved from home? Where to? And how was the experience? I moved back to California when I was 19 for a little while, and it was cool living in California as an adult versus as a child, because I really got to know SoCal in that time. And now I know it like the back of my hand. Like, I don't need no GPS to get around Orange County, LA County, or Riverside County. That was it. But other than that, I've just really just lived in like the Phoenix area on my own. And I mean, if y'all know Phoenix, it wasn't too crazy. Oh, there's one more question. What countries have I been to? I'm kind of whack. I've only been to countries in North America so far, which is Canada and Mexico. So COVID jacked me up this year because I was supposed to visit both of my parents' countries this year. I was supposed to go to Jamaica and Nigeria. I had the whole thing planned out, and COVID was like, nah, girl, you're not going nowhere. Scratch all that. You're gonna stay home. So I had to pump my brakes a little bit on going to Jamaica and Nigeria, but hopefully I get to go very soon. I've been learning my native tongue, Igbo, so I'm super excited to hopefully be able to have some like decent conversation when I do go to Nigeria. And I can already speak Patois, so I'm not really tripping off of that. But yeah, so those were all of my get to know me questions. I really just want y'all to have like a good time. Like, I have a good time, so hopefully y'all can have a good time with me, and we can do some more questions like this later on. Thank you guys for submitting these questions, and that is everything for tonight.